Yay, I am so happy to have you all here today. This is so exciting. Day number 2 of Wealth Codes, where we discover how to create sacred structure in our life, in our business, in our missions, in our service. And this is one of those classes that if you had have asked me maybe 15 years ago that I would be teaching, I would have been like, hell no. Because structure was always something that I resisted so deeply because I was just a natural born intuitive and I had these healing gifts and I wanted to share them with the world, but there was no way that I ever thought that I would be running and building a business and structuring things and growing multi six figure incomes throughout the year and sharing this with the world and touching so many lives. And here I am, I'm doing it now. And this is actually the first time I've shared a sacred structure masterclass with our live audience out here. We do it in our tapping coach certification. But this is the first time we're opening it up to our larger group. And so I'm so happy that you showed up and that you're here with us today. Perhaps you were at our masterclass yesterday, which is all about the golden frequency embodiment and tapping into our pleasure as a part of us sharing what we believe in, sharing our work and magnetizing those opportunities back to us. And so if you miss that masterclass, you're going to get the replay later on this evening or tomorrow, depending on what time zone you're in. And you'll be able to watch both of these on replay as well. And this masterclass is all about really setting you up so that you can magnify your gifts on the planet, because my work here is to help healers share their gifts so that we can shift the paradigm of the earth so that healing can become a natural part of our lives and that we can return to a deeper place of peace in our nervous systems collectively so that there is peace on the planet. And the way that I do that is I do it through my emotional freedom technique. I train coaches in my method, which is called emotional freedom technique tapping, and I guide them in developing their work in the world as well. So at the end of this call, if you want to stay on, I'll be talking a little bit more about my tapping coach certification. It's a 6-month program and you can learn more about that. I also have some special giveaways at the end of the call as well, which is going to be fun. But what we're going to do today is we're going to just really dive into sacred structure and we're going to learn what that is and how we can actually bring it into our work and our careers and what we're building as leaders on the planet. And so what I'd love for you guys to do right now, just head on over to the chat. And I want to ask you, where are you in your journey as a coach, as a healer? Are you in the foundational stages? And the foundational stages are usually when you're showing up, you're getting clear on what you want, you're building that confidence. Or are you in the second stage, which is more about momentum? You're now, you know what you're offering. You're now inviting, you're selling, you're signing clients, or you're working out how to sign clients. Or are you in the third stage, which is that you have clients, you're building the business, now you're scaling, you're growing your income, you're refining it, you're making it convert better. So go ahead and just write in the chat where you are in your journey and what you're up to. What kind of work are you doing in the world? Are you at the foundation level? Are you at a momentum level? Are you at an expansion level? And this particular masterclass will help you no matter what level you're at, because the beautiful thing about wealth codes is so much of it has to do with your consciousness and how you're applying it to where you're at. I don't know if you've ever read a book, like perhaps sometimes if I read like an Eckhart Tolle book, and I haven't read it for 5 years, the second time I read it, it means something totally different because my consciousness was at a different place. And that's why this particular masterclass will help you wherever you're at inside your coaching practice. Awesome. Okay. Deanna, she's working on momentum. Joanna, holding space for women's circles, transformational experiences through ecstatic flow. I love this. Beautiful. Foundation bordering on momentum. Yeah, Melinda. Let's move that energy. Matthew. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. Here's a refining. Awesome. Transitioning from 1 to 2. Johnny. I'm in the foundational stage. Lily. Okay, cool. We've got some foundations. We've got some building. Oh my God, you're so cute. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. And one day I've done healing for group work with people. It's financial need, healing for friends, looking for a run of a healing business. Foundational. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. So just a little bit of story time before we dive in. I have been on quite a journey with my business as a coach. It's been about 17 years that I've been in the healing industry, and about 15 years since I've been a tapping coach and helping people with emotional healing and trauma response healing. And when I first started tapping, I was coming out of being a meditation and yoga teacher. And I had studied many modalities, but none of those modalities had ever taught me how to build a business. They had taught me these amazing crafts, these amazing gifts. I could give this powerful transformation, but I didn't know anything around building a business. And so I ended up, as I mentioned yesterday, in downtown LA, carting a massage chair around town, knocking on doors, trying to get massages. And just the adrenaline was so high back then. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had no structure, no systems, no organization. And then I discovered tapping, and tapping really supported all of that adrenaline, all of that survival mechanism that was going on inside my body, that fight or flight that comes when you're in survival around money. And as I cleared that, I started to realize how powerful tapping was. And so my whole energy got moved to becoming a tapping coach. And my first class, I had 60 students come to that class, and I started booking clients pretty quickly. And I was booking them based on my embodiment. I was booking them because I was lit up, I was magnetic, I was turned on by what I was doing, which is what we went over yesterday. And so if you missed that class, you will get the replay for it, because embodiment is so powerful and so needed. It's the other half of what we're creating. We have to be magnetic. We have to be feeling. We have to be lit up by what we're doing. And so in that process, I started magnetizing a lot of clients. And I was still really messy though. I was still rushing. I was always behind. I was always trying to catch up. And that's because I didn't have the structure yet. And so, even in the process, I realized, okay, let's do some launches, let's create some programs. But it was still really inconsistent. I had highs, I had lows. There was no consistency of real rhythm. I was not tracking, I was avoiding looking at my numbers. And I didn't really feel held in it. I felt great because things were coming in, but as things were coming in, I was building. And so there was a lot of flux happening all the time. And so maybe you're relating to any part of this story. Maybe it's the early stages, maybe it's the building, the expansion stage. But all of that influx of the up and down that was still happening inside for me and in my business was because I was actually avoiding structure. I was avoiding looking at my numbers. I didn't want to. I just was hoping that things were going to work. And the reason why I was actually avoiding it is because I had some pretty deep trauma from school as a child, which many of us have, around learning things to do with the analytical mind. And when you are an intuitive, when you are a coach, when you are a healer, sometimes all of the power is going into that intuitive, creative side of the brain. And when we went through school, the schooling system often didn't really support us to understand the mathematics, the organization, the structure. And so we have trauma around even learning it or wanting to apply it or wanting to even look at it. And so we've basically disowned a side of our brain. And that's because of the trauma. And that's what happened to me. And so when I first started to learn structure, I had so much stuff come up around it. I just felt numb. I felt disconnected, disassociated. I was scared. And I just wanted to not look at it. But because I had tapping, which is what we're going to do today, is I was able to tap on all of that stuff that was coming up. And I am so impressed and amazed by what happened. And it didn't take that long, actually. Once I started tapping on it, my brain actually started to function in a way that I hadn't functioned before. I was able to see systems. I was able to organize. I was able to clarify, track. And I started getting turned on by this other aspect of myself that had been dormant for all of my life. And that's when I was actually really able to expand my business. And I was able to add so many new things into my business as well because I had the structure that I was building for it. So you can only expand as much as you have structure for. Like, for example, I was starting with one on one clients, and then I had group containers that I was doing. Then I launched my tapping coach certification. Then I started doing retreats, and then I started doing collaborations with companies like Mind Valley and Gaia TV. And so that's a lot of things all happening at once, right? Now, I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have structure. And so structure allows you to automate things, have things organized so that you can expand and do what you do best. You can then start hiring teams because more money is coming in, and you're actually able to then build something not only that benefits your life, but that touches more people, that helps more people on the planet. And that is why structure is so important. And one of the things that I will say about structure is it is the deepest form of self-care. Because when we don't have a container holding us, we are often scattered, lost, in survival. But when we have a really great container, a structure to support our life, we're able to rest, digest, feel at ease in our body, have more states of pleasure because we're not trying to get everything handled all at once. And so if you can pivot your attention to actually think about structure as self-care, because so many of us, we love to take care of ourselves. You know, we're tapping, we're healing, we're showing up for breathing, we're doing yoga, we're journal practicing, we're doing hypnosis, like all of these things, they're taking care of us and we love to take care of ourselves. And so what would happen if we actually just looked at structure as an amazing self-care practice? And then you get to take care of yourself. And as you do it, you get to take care of other people as well, because structure then overflows into how you take care of your clients. And your clients love structure. Believe me, when they get that email with the link and they get their calendar invite and you're tracking their progress and they're seeing their wins documented and everything's organized for your clients, they start showing up more as well. And so structure for you, structure for your business, structure for those that you're serving, it's all self-care. And so one of the things that happened for me last year, I went through the darkest period of my life. I had a really intense illness and I couldn't work for 10 months. I was literally in bed for 6 months of those 10, unable to move, and just being with myself and doing a lot of emotional work. I had to show up for myself. There was some really big shifts happening. I had an autoimmune disease that was affecting my colon. I was bleeding when I was going to the toilet. All sorts of things was happening. And it was the hardest period of my whole life. But one of the things that I am so grateful for in that time is I didn't worry about money once because I'd set up all of these structures that were taking care of me. And I had subscription money coming in from past products from years before. I had money coming in from partners that I had collaborated with, Mind Valley, Gaia TV. They send me a check every 3 months. I had stock that I had invested in that was giving me money. So there was no concern about money while I was unwell. And that's another reason why structure is so supportive, because you get to lean on it when you really need it. And you get to really think about your life and how you want to take care of your life and your families when you really put your attention on structure. And it's actually the hardest part is actually just putting your attention there. Once you start putting your attention there, it actually becomes very easy. And we often have these mind blocks of like, oh, I'm not going to look at it because it's too much. But actually, the moment you look at it, you're like, oh, cool, this is what I'm doing. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do two things. we're going to create a plan for you, a master plan for the next 6 months. And we're going to get clear on some of your structure for that, just so that you can put it down. And it's an amazing exercise to do every 6 months as well, just so that you can start getting organized and have something that you're moving towards. So that when you wake up in the morning, you know what your goals are, you know what you're creating, you're inspired by it. So, we're going to create a structure for you today. And we're also going to do a really powerful tapping session to clear any fear that you have around structure, around showing up for yourself, around consistency, around following through on your goals. And we're going to do a really powerful tap that will help you clear that stuff out so that the structure moves more cleanly. So when we have all of this emotional gunk that is unprocessed, and then we have our very clean structure, the structure gets impacted by it, right? But when we clean up the gunk and there's no more gunk there, there's just precision. There's precision, there's alignment, there's integrity, there's follow through, there's no more self sabotage. And so that's why tapping is so powerful, because it will help you clear up the gunk. It will help you get clean and clear on what you want to create. And it'll help you move forward as well. And this is what I really love to teach. What we're going to go through today is a very small sample of what we do in our tapping coach certification. We have 5 or 6 solid weeks where we really dive into business and we look at our financial projections. We're looking at what our offers are. We're looking at discovery calls, all those kinds of things. But today you're going to get a little slice of something that I offer in that program. You can see how it feels in your work and in your world. So before we do that, we're going to take a little time to meditate, to get into our alignment, and so that we can create a vision for ourselves. And then I'm going to lead you through a little step-by-step process. You're going to get a little worksheet for yourselves today that you get to fill out in class, and then we'll go into the tap. So to get ourselves started, I would love for you guys just to create a really sacred space for yourselves right now where there's no distractions. You can turn off your phone. You might have a little journal by your side. If you want to take notes physically, you will be able to fill them out in Google Docs as well. And then we're going to dive into your vision for the next 6 to 12 months. Beautiful. Let me grab some music for us. All right, so let's just start right now. We're going to do a little breath just to get us all excited. So I want you just to bring your hands out to the side, and we're going to bring them up, inhale, and then we're going to push it down like you're pushing a weight down. Inhale up, push it down. And as you push it down, I want you to imagine like a cannonball, you're just blowing it out. And then we're just going to clear the field right now. All right, let's go. Let's move the energy. Keep going with this breath. And really lifting up the breath as fast as you can. Let's go. Inhale, bring it all up. And we're going to bring it down like we're pulling down the weight into our system, the full universal power. Exhale as we bring it down. Let's go. Let's build up that energy right now. Let's bring the pranic life force into the system. A little bit faster. Let's go. You got this. Let's go. A little bit faster. Ten more seconds here. You got this. Now inhale, bring the hands all the way up. Grip those hands together. together. Hold the breath and come up. Feel the energy filling up your field. And pull that energy down slowly into your field right now. Imagine pulling all the life force into the field right now. Feel that energy coming into your system right now. All the light and power of the universe into your body, into your energy matrix. And then push it down with your hands into the earth, blowing it out into the earth. And just feeling your feet now grounded on the earth. Feel your feet rooted on the earth. Imagine that there are roots now coming down through your feet, making their way, circulating through the earth, through the soil, through the density, past the rocks, down, deep, deep, deep down, rooting down, stronger and stronger, all the way down to the core of the earth, through the molten lava. Feel that grounding all of your system right now, here on planet Earth, grounding to the earth. Feel that in your feet right now. And as you connect to that molten lava at the center of the earth, I want you to inhale into that primal fluid. And I want you to inhale all of that energy up through the roots into your feet again. Take another little sip. Feel it coming up through the body. Open up the hands like you're receiving from the universe. Exhale, blow it out through the mouth. Feel all of this energy now, both receiving from the earth and receiving from the cosmic planes. And in this moment, we call upon our divine sovereignty to reclaim our connection to the sacred structure of our being, the sacred structure that lives and breathes through us, as us. May it be channeled, directed, aligned into our business to create more flow, to create more success, more wealth, more alignment, more service, more prosperity. We call in this intention knowing that we are grounded in this truth and that we are ready, we are available, and so it is. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands up to the air, palms together. And then sacred alignment. As the two palms press together, we're pressing the masculine and the feminine right hemispheres of the brain together as they come down through the center of the body. Pressing those palms together as they go past your brain. Feeling those two unions right now, the masculine, the feminine polarities of the brain, of our sacred structure, of our embodiment coming together to meet in the heart, to meet in our service. Take a deep breath here. And then on the exhale, I want you to open up your palms as an offering to all of creation right now. Exhale. We offer ourselves as a gift to Creator, to the universe, to this dimension that we are in, to be of service through our gifts, our tools as leaders, coaches, healers on the planet. May we be of service through this sacred balance, masculine, feminine. May we remember the divine codes of structure today. So much gratitude, we say, and so it is. And now just rest your hands on your knees right now and just feel into that space within your being. And as you tune into that space right now, I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to tune in to your gifts. I want you to tune into your offerings, what you're here to share. What are you here to share? Tune into your gifts at its highest expression. What do you see yourself doing as your highest expression? And on the way to that highest expression are simple steps, one step at a time. And now come back to where you are in your chair right now and your own life, your business, wherever it's at. And I'm just going to ask you some questions out loud. Don't try to figure out the answer. Just see what comes in naturally, what just pops into your consciousness. What is my desired monthly income? Just see the number there. How many clients or products do I want to sell or work with each month? How do I feel when I'm most lit up in my work? We're going to answer these in writing later, but I'm just going to guide you through the meditation right now. And what does my life look like? What kind of freedom do I have? And I want you to see that vision right now. How are people connecting with you? What are you sharing with them? How are you inviting people into your world and your work? And who do you want to be in 6 months from now? Just feel into that right now. And then just place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And just as you feel that vision, feel your deep commitment to bring more care to the structure that will support this in happening. More care, more love, more presence to it. Knowing that anything that we give care and presence to expands. Anything that we show devotion to expands. And so feel that devotion, that care that you're going to bring for the next 6 months. And then just gently opening up your eyes. And I'm going to share something with you guys today. I'm going to share a program that we're going to do called Wealth Codes for Sacred Structure. And this is going to guide us through our experience today. So whenever you're ready, coming back into the present moment, feeling your feet here together with me as we move through this together. Beautiful. Good. All right. So welcome to your Wealth Code experience today, my loves, where your embodiment meets real world expansion. This is where it gets fun. And let's just talk for a moment what happens without structure and what happens with structure. Just to be clear, there are 2 paths, but 1 choice. And the difference is everything. So without structure, maybe you can relate. It's inconsistent income, overthinking everything, starting and stopping, no clear focus. And the reality of that kind of operation means that clients will be more random, money will feel unstable, and growth will feel slow. With structure, hallelujah, clear direction, decisive action, consistent momentum, confidence in what to do. And the reality that comes from that is clients come consistently, income becomes predictable, opportunities increase. Structure isn't what holds you back, it's what allows your life and your business to grow. So let's look at the vision together, and we're going to go into this together step by step. Your vision over the next 6 months. We touched on this slightly in our meditation. So what is your monthly income goal? What do you actually desire to make every month? And who are you working with? Who are you serving and how many? How does it feel in your work? And what kind of lifestyle do you get to create from that? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share a Google Doc, and we're going to give you 3 minutes to fill out this piece for yourself. And you can come back to it whenever you want because you'll have access to this document. And this will just help us start preparing your structure for the 6 months. So I'm going to pop this into the chat area for you. And once you click the link, you can go ahead and just duplicate it. It will give you an opportunity to duplicate the document. That means it'll be your document and you'll be able to edit it live. So click this link here and it's going to open up. I'm going to show you what it will look like once you open it up. You're going to come to this document once you've duplicated it. So making your way to the document. Once you've opened the document, just give us a little thumbs up to let us know you're there. If you have any questions, you can write in the chat and Veda will help you out. Now, what we asked is some really big questions at the start of this particular meditation. Beautiful. These questions are really big and sometimes it can feel overwhelming and you don't want to start anywhere. And so what I'm going to suggest for you, if you're feeling a little blocked around where you want to begin, let's just flow it down and I'll take you through step by step, and then we're going to clear it out with a tap at the end as well. So you're going to see what is the monthly income that would really feel sustainable for you in your life, that would allow you to thrive, that feels achievable, that's your next level. What is the next level that you want to bring in? Now, when we go through this in the certification, we do financial projections for the year, not just monthly. This is a great start. So go ahead and pop that in your Google Doc. You can write the answer in your Google Doc and you're going to track this for yourself so you can come back to it. Yay, Matt, 20K, bring it on, brother. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice. Awesome. And then how many clients do you want to be working with every month? Now, something that I'm going to share about this particular piece, it's a very simple mathematical equation. When you want to find out how many clients you want, how much monthly income you want, and how much it's going to cost to actually achieve it, you just take your monthly income and then you divide it by the clients. So for example, if you have a monthly income of say $5,000, you want to make $5,000 a month, and you want to just do 5 sessions a week, for example, that would be 20 sessions a month, right? If you divide the 5,000 by the 20, that's going to give you the price for your session. So 5,000 a month, 20 sessions a month, that would be $250 a session. So that's how you get really clear, very simply, if you are looking at just one product right now to achieve what you want to be making. So you just take the number of how much you want to make, you divide it by how many people you want to serve, and that gives you your overall total of what you're going to charge for your services. And once you've put that down, I want you to write just a few things on how it feels in your work and how your lifestyle and your freedom is expressed in your work, because those are very important as well. What is the quality of your emotions? How do you feel on a day to day basis? What's your lifestyle? How does that look in your life? How does it feel? And what are you up to in your lifestyle? Because there is a direct correlation to how you feel in your life to how much money you'll be making in your life as well. And when you are lit up and embodied, you have a certain kind of magnetism that just attracts more because you're turned on by who you are and what you're doing, versus when you're struggling in a relationship, or perhaps there was a death in the family, or perhaps you go through an illness like I did last year. Money can often reflect that and make and stop. And so what do you want to feel like in your day-to-day life as well? Okay, so you should be able to, Jenna, just click duplicate. Veda, if you want to hop on the call and just let us know if that's working for you as well. Let me know if you're getting these. Otherwise, you can write the answers down as we move through on a notepad. But you should be able to click it, and it should be able to duplicate once you click it. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to move to the next piece now. And you can come back to this whenever you want. This is going to be your working sheet that you can come back to later today or tomorrow. All right, so we're going to move into focus now. And focus. We're going to choose one core offer that you're going to focus on in the next 6 months. So depending on where you are in your offerings, perhaps you have many different offerings happening. You might be doing retreats already. You might be doing one-on-one. You might want to focus on one of those to expand your wealth, or you might want to add another thing in. So you get to choose today something that you love sharing, something that you know people need, maybe something that you've lived, that you have a powerful transmission about, that you're really lit up about sharing. So go ahead and head on over into that Google Doc and let us know what it is. Part 2, what is your core offering for the next 6 months? And what is the transformation that you're providing? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to fill this piece out. And when you're done, just let me know and I will move on to the next thing. You can give us a little thumbs up. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to now move into the next stage. So this is all just giving you fuel for what we're going to tap on today. So what is your desired monthly income? What is your main offer price? How many clients do you want per month? And how do you want people to find you? How do you want them to connect with you? How do you want to invite them in? There are many ways that we can invite people, connect with them, find them. And sometimes we just don't realize that there's so many options that we don't take any of the options. And so I want you to take a moment and think about this. How do you want people to find you? Do you want them to find you through social media, through referrals, through events, collaborations, podcasts, an email list, community groups? I want you to choose some ways that are the most simple for you right now, which don't require the most amount of effort. because anything that you're about to do is going to take time and energy, right? So we always want to go for the lowest hanging fruit, the ones that we know the best. Maybe you have danced in social media a bit. Maybe you've got people that could introduce you, past clients. Maybe you're already doing events. And then once you're once they're finding you, how are you actually connecting with them? Because the connection piece is actually really important before the sale, before the invitation. So that's what we're all doing here today with me. We're connecting, right? I'm sharing a free masterclass. You're learning about some of the codes that I like to teach. You're getting to know me. You're discovering if you like me or not. That's the connection part. And there are so many ways to connect with people before selling them. And the truth is, you want to connect with them first as well so that you can make sure that they're a right fit too. And it's no longer about just trying to get sales, it's around real relationships. Can we build real relationships with people that then create the invitation to be super exciting? So there's ways that we can build those relationships, whether it's in our DMs, in social media, or in our conversations that we're having with them. Perhaps it's through our storytelling. Perhaps we're sharing stories online or through our emails. We're being real. We're sharing transparently. We might be sharing voice notes with people, asking questions to people, sharing things that are happening behind the scenes. This is the whole connection piece, which a lot of people miss. A lot of people try to skip from find me to sell. But actually, you want people to build relationships with you first before you even think about doing that. Once they've connected with you, then you want to invite them. You know, you've got your discovery calls, your direct offers. You might be naming the transformation to them as you're letting them know what the program or the offer is. You'll be following up. You're sharing your offer with clarity and precision around what it can do for people. And that's the whole invitation process. So as we go over to the Google Doc and we look at the next part 4, I want you to write down how people are going to find you and how you're going to connect with them, how you're going to build relationships with them, and how you're going to invite them into working with you. So it's really simple. It's share, connect, invite, right? And it's a really simple process. It's not science. You don't need to be a genius for it. It's basically human connection. We want to share what we're up to. We want to meet people, and then we want to invite them into the offer. So go ahead and fill that out. I'm going to just remind you what some of the things are in case you missed them. So how can they find you? Social media, referrals, events, collaborations, podcasts, email lists, community groups. And are there any other ways that they can help connect to you, find you? And then for the relationship side of things, as you're building those relationships, where and how do you want to build those relationships with them? Do you want to be chatting in your DMs? Do you want to be having conversations on the phone? Do you want to be storytelling, being real, sharing voice notes, asking questions, sharing things behind the scenes so people can build that connection to you? And then writing some ideas on how you want to invite. Do you want to invite through discovery calls, through direct offers, through naming the transformation really clearly to people, following up with people, sharing your offers really clearly with others? How do you want to invite them in? Go ahead and write that in. And then we talked about the next piece on the start of the call. And this will help you not compare yourself to everyone because we're all at different stages in the journey. And depending on where you're at is what you're going to be able to lean into, right? And so looking at me or looking at someone else who has 100,000 views, you're not going to be able to meet where they're at unless someone comes in, like just dumps a bunch of cash on you and allows you to expand very quickly. But even with that, a lot of the time you have to learn the gifts in order to be able to expand. And so where are you in your journey? Where are you at in terms of your journey as a healer, as a coach? Are you at the foundational stage? Are you just learning to show up, build confidence, learn the gifts, the tools, the skills? Are you at a momentum level? Are you inviting, signing clients? Are you at the expansion level? Are you scaling? Are you refining? And so this, just knowing where you're at allows you to just meet yourself in the perfect season versus the pressure. So go ahead and just highlight on your Google Doc which stage you're at. And then we're going to move into the next piece, which is your edge. Amazing. What is your edge? So what is the one area in your business that you know would change everything, but you keep avoiding? And so this is the piece that I was talking about at the start of the call, that there are certain things that we're avoiding that are actually blocking our expansion. And here are some ideas that you can go over. You might be avoiding looking at your numbers, your income, your expenses, what the reality is. You might be avoiding asking for the sale directly. You might be avoiding committing long enough to actually see the results. You might be avoiding actually building the systems that support the growth, or avoiding being fully seen online, avoiding following up with people around sales, avoiding receiving support, or avoiding actually investing in your growth and your development. So you don't need to fix everything at once. Today, we're just going to identify the single pattern that we're going to release so that we can open the doors to everything else. So what is the one thing today that you feel like you've been avoiding that would create the biggest shift? And then go ahead and just pop that into the document. Go ahead and let us know what that one pattern is that's holding you back and what you're ready to release today. So we are moving through your 6-month plan very quickly. It's amazing how much you can do in just a few minutes, right? Can you imagine what you can do in 6 months? So we're going to move now. I'll give you a couple of minutes just to fill that out, actually. You can write a little bit more detail about that pattern and how it's holding you back or what you're ready to release. Hi, Rebecca. So nice to see you, love. Beautiful. All righty. So we're going to move into the next question, which is 3 actions that you can commit to this week. So I want you just to think about what we've just gone over. Are there 3 things that you could do this week that would help you get on top of that edge that you recognized, or start moving towards the client flow that you want to create? What are 3 things that you could do for yourself this week? And I want you to write it in the Google Doc, but I would also love to see it in the chat room as well. Go ahead and pop it in the chat. What are the 3 things that you get to commit to this week? Okay, soften into the trust that it's already built and get to be more in my joy as I build more structure. Yay, Matt, I think you're going to love day one. When we send out the replay, day one was all about that trust, all about the embodiment coming from that place of pleasure and joy so that everything can be served. So the structure, when the structure is set up, which it sounds like you've got a lot of structure in place, so that final piece is the surrender, and final piece is actually coming back to the embodiment of why we do what we do, why we love what we do. And so I love that that's there for you. Trusting my abilities and my gifts. Beautiful, Judy. And what would you do if you really trusted your abilities and your gifts? What would you do this week physically? What kind of action would you take if you fully trusted your abilities and your gifts? And for you as well, Karen, work on grounding. What kind of action? Let's talk about physical reality stuff. What would you physically do to work on your grounding? And I would say, when you're talking about the energetic centers in the body, grounding is all root chakra. Grounding is also wealth and money. And so it's interesting that the grounding and the wealth actually go together. When you're grounded, you can actually pull more wealth into your body. Writing out a plan for a 6-week program with ChatGPT. Yeah, Jenna, rocking it. I love that. ChatGPT is amazing. Become my lover, it's become my friend, it's become my business coach, so many things. Okay, Karen, embodiment, like being in the body. Okay, so what I'm hearing is all these beautiful things that you're going to do. I want to hear the physical action that goes with the embodiment. What are you going to do to get in the body? I'll make an Insta video talking straight into the camera, promoting my next event, Victoria. Yeah, girl. Claude AI is really, really good. Yes, Johnny. Yes, all of these AI tools, they're taking us to the next level. Tapping, Karen. I love that. That's a great physical action. Write out and send the questionnaire to my target audience about their needs and wants. Hallelujah. That is strong. That is clear. That is direct. I'm feeling it. Letting go of the fear of being targeted individual because they want me afraid to step in my power. It's just been a back and forth of sharing my life online, even though they know everything I'm doing before I even do it. Time to step in no matter what. Stalkers will stalk. Okay. Stalkers will stalk. I love that, Amber. Yeah, that's the thing, the more exposure you get, the more attention you get, and then you get all sorts of people. So we have to just remain connected to our own anchor as we expand. Judy, make those contacts that will give me the opportunity to share the practice. Practice, woohoo, rest, believe in myself, focus my time, energy. Yay, Kirsty. Rebecca, finding clients in reality that will gravitate towards me. Awesome. Okay. And then final thing, your identity. In the next 6 months, I am someone who is. And tell me who that someone is. What are they doing? How are they feeling? How are they showing up in the world? What are they creating? I want to hear what's physically happening, what you're doing, and how it feels. So that's tying in the action, which is the masculine side of structure. It's tying in the embodiment, which is the feeling, sensual, connected side of our body. So, and our brain. And so when we bring that together, we get the whole picture. So, what is it that you're creating? What are you doing? And how does it feel? Amazing. Cool. All right, my loves. So, we're going to dive into a little tap now that you've got your structure all set up. And you can pop that down. I'm going to pop on some music to get us started. Great. All right. So this is something that we do in our certification a lot. We go into the mind, we go into the learning, and then we go into the embodiment side. And that's why I love to share both. I love to educate on both. And if you do decide to join the program with us, you'll get to experience what both of those feel like as well. All right. So let's get started. I want you guys to just massage underneath the collarbone right now. And I want you just to feel in to what it is that you're wanting to create and what that one block is, what that one avoidance is in your life. And as you tune into that one block, that one avoidance, on a scale of 0 to 10, how strong has it been for you? How much has it been impacting you? How much has it been hurting your finances? How much has it been creating destruction? 0 to 10, 10 being it's been really difficult, zero being, wow, I'm like, I've got no charge. I'm making all the money that I want. I'm achieving my goals. All right. Now, just go ahead and write into the chat area when you think about that block, how strong has it been in your life? And just write that number 0 to 10, 10 being the highest. Write that into the chat area. Deanna, 11. She's off the charts. Joanna, 9. Wow, we've got the 10s and the 9s. 7, okay. 10, 9. Okay, great. So we've got some good charge to work with. All right. So let's just start massaging underneath the collarbone here. And I want you to say out loud, we're going to move through these points. You can follow along with me. If you're new to tapping, just follow along with the points and repeat after me. Okay, even though my block is, and just tell me out loud what your block is. Yeah, so just tuning in to what is the one thing that you've been avoiding looking at or doing for yourself? What's the one thing that you're avoiding doing for yourself, your business? Okay. Perhaps it's an action item that you haven't been taking. Perhaps it's a way of showing up. What haven't you been doing? Tune into that and then tune into the intensity of that. I have been, and just tell me what that block is. Say it out loud. And when that block is there, how does it affect you? Does it make you scattered? Does it make you ungrounded? Does it make you go into survival, fear, panic, overwhelm? Does it make you burn out? Does it make you push? Does it stop you in your tracks? Do you numb? What happens as a result of you not doing that thing? I start to, and just say what you start to do. Tapping between the brows. I start to, and just tell me what you start to do. Tapping the temples. I start to, say what you start to do. And that makes me feel what? What does it make you feel when you start to do that? When that's happening in your world? What is the most limiting emotion that comes up around that? It makes me, tapping the cheeks, it makes me, say what that is. And I start feeling, what do you start feeling? Tapping underneath the nose. And that's totally understandable. Tapping underneath the lips. I feel scattered. I feel ungrounded. And just write what you feel in the chat area for me. I stop trusting myself. And when you're feeling that, when that's happening for you, what does it feel like in your body? Tapping the center of the chest. I want you to tune into the sensation of that inside your body. I feel really, tell me what you feel in your body, and then just come back to feeling it in your body. I want you to lean into that texture in your body. Let yourself feel it. So the thing that holds it in your body is that you're avoiding it. You're not looking at it. You don't want to be with it. When we start to be present with what's in our body, it dissolves very quickly. So I want you to feel what that feels like in your body. Feel that constriction, feel that block, feel whatever's going on. Is it heavy? Is it tight? Is it sticky? Is it oozing? What's the texture in your body? And lean into it right now. Okay, now I want you to pause on putting anything in the chat because this is where we clean it up by feeling it. We've got to feel it. So just come back to feeling it in the body. Intensify that discomfort in your body by 50%. Really lean on the edge of it. Intensify it by 75%. Let it be uncomfortable. Intensify it by 100%. Let yourself really go there. Take a big, deep breath. Release a big sigh. Ah, good. Tapping the front of the ribs. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am, even though I've been struggling with this, even though this has been really hard for me. Tapping the side of the ribs. I love and accept myself right here, even if I haven't been trusting myself. Tapping the side of the wrist, even if I've been self-sabotaging or feeling scattered or constricted or what? Tell me what you've been feeling. I'm still worthy of love. Even if I've been exhausted and off track, I'm still worthy of love here. Tapping the side of the thumb, and I forgive myself. Tapping the next finger, I forgive myself for being so off track. Tapping the middle finger, I forgive myself for feeling lost. And then I want you to tune into the most recent time that that was happening. Feel it in the body. What thoughts were you having? I was thinking. What were the thoughts that were going on in your mind? I was thinking. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I was thinking. Tell me what you were thinking. And I've been thinking that a long time. Tapping the inside of the little finger. I've been thinking. What have you been thinking a long time? And I want you to tune into the earliest memory you have of thinking that thing. How long has that really been with you? Can you find the earliest memory of when you first picked up that thought? Perhaps you saw your parents thinking that thought, or perhaps something happened that made you believe that thought. See if you can go back as early as possible. But if you can't go all the way back to childhood, just find the earliest time. Maybe it was in another business venture you had a few years ago, or maybe it was yesterday. But try to go back as early as you can to when you first started thinking that thought, because we pick up thoughts and then they become our identity. And when we have an identity with a thought that doesn't serve the growth of our wealth, it's an outdated survival mechanism that's not really helping us survive. So we want to clear out the loops of those old identities which belong to those thought forms. Tapping the side of the hand. I started believing this when, tell me when you first started believing this. Tapping the top of the head. I started believing. Tell me what you started believing. And it reminds me of, just tell me the situation of what was happening for you when that first started affecting your beliefs. What was taking place in that earlier memory for you? It all started when, and just tell me when this started. I was, and I want you to describe the memory out loud right now. I was and who was involved and what was taking place. What did they say? What did they do? Or what happened? What was happening? Just describe it out loud. Tapping between the brows. And the worst part about that was what? Tapping the temples. The worst part about that, what was the hardest part of that memory? The hardest part was what? Tell me what that is. Tapping the cheeks. That's when I started believing. Tell me what it is. And it's been affecting my finances ever since. It's been affecting my ability to create wealth. It's been holding back my power. It's been making me think I'm not good enough or worthy or ready. And it's been holding back my potential. Tapping underneath the nose. And I've been stuck in this for a long time. Take a big, deep breath, release a big sigh. Ah, good. Stretch open the mouth, really open it up. Ah, beautiful. Tap underneath the lips. I love and deeply accept myself right here. And I'm worthy of love and support right here. Tapping the center of the chest. What did you need in that memory that would have helped you? What did you need in that situation that would have made you feel confident, powerful, capable, ready, worthy? What would have really helped you feel strong? I really needed, what did you need that would have helped you back then? Good. Tapping the front of the ribs. I really needed. I really needed, but I didn't have it. I really needed, tell me what you needed. Say it out loud, really voice that thing right now. But I didn't get it. Tapping the ribs here. And I really needed it. Tapping the side of the ribs. And I've been trying to get it ever since then. Big, deep breath, big sigh. Ah, good. Tapping the side of the wrist. It's possible I was worthy of what? What did you need? Tapping the side of the thumb. It's possible I was worthy of. What were you worthy of? Tapping the next finger. It's possible I was worthy of. What did you need? Say what that is. Good. I was worthy of. Tell me what you were worthy of. Tapping the middle finger. I am worthy of. Tell me what you are worthy of. Yes, Jenna, I see you nodding there. You got this. I am worthy of, even though it wasn't given to me. I am a child of God. And I am worthy of. Tell me what you are worthy of. What's going on back there? Can you? No. He's watering some plants. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I am worthy of. And I've always been worthy of that. I am worthy of. What are you worthy of? What kind of support are you worthy of? What were you worthy of back then? And I want you to see that earlier version of you that wasn't getting it, that really needed it, that it would have helped you a lot. Tapping the inside of the little finger, and I want you to see yourself in that contracted place in that memory. And I want you to imagine in that contracted, painful place, you look over into the corner of the frame, and there's this beautiful golden light shining in the corner of the frame, just flickering, watching what's taking place. And you let your eyes adjust to it, and you see that it's the most radiant, embodied version of your higher self. That's totally embodying their wealth codes. That's divinely connected to their sacred structure. That's radiating magnetism and love and alignment and clarity. And they have so much understanding and compassion. And they're seeing what you're going through. And with all of their love and all of their care, they make their way over to you in that moment. And they wrap their arms around you and give you a great big hug. And I want you to feel their hug and their love opening you up right now. Feel all of their care. And take a long, deep breath into that and release a big sigh. Ah. Tapping the side of the hand, and they're there with you in all of their presence. And they have a message for you in that moment. What do they want to say to you in that moment? They're telling me, what is your higher self, your future self, telling you in that moment? Your future self that's embodying all of the love, all of the wealth codes, all of the abundance, the structure, the alignment, the care, the understanding, the compassion. What are they telling you right now? They're telling me, tapping the top of their head, they're telling me my future self is telling me. What's your future self telling you? And it's possible I can trust it. My future self is telling me, what are they telling you? And it's possible I can trust it. I want to trust this. It's possible I can trust this. I need to trust this. I want to trust this. I want to trust this. I want to trust this. Yes, I can trust this. Tapping between the brows, I need to trust this. I'm open to trusting this. Tapping the cheeks, I'm meant to trust this. I'm open to trusting this. I am trusting, and just tell me what it is that you're trusting now. I am trusting. Beautiful. It's having underneath the nose. I'm trusting. Tell me what that is. Let that land for you right now. Take a big, deep breath into what that feels. Your higher self has given you that message. You're letting it sink in to that part of you that wasn't trusting. Feel what that feels like to let yourself fully trust it. And take a big, deep breath into all of that love that they're holding in the field with that message. It is safe to trust this. I'm in a safe place to trust this message. It's possible I'm in this class for a reason. It's reminding me of my power and what I'm truly capable of. Tapping underneath the lips. And I'm ready to surrender and trust. Feel all of that resistance, any fear, to fully trusting and what that means for your life. When you step into trust, take a big, deep breath into any resistance, any pushback, any fight, any concern, any scared energy. Lean into it. Hold love right there. Hold the golden frequency of care, of compassion right in that space right now. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Tap the center of the chest. I can do this. Good. I'm ready to do this. This is what I came to the planet for. And I'm choosing it now. I'm choosing what now? What are you choosing now? Say it out loud. I want to hear it. I'm choosing. And this sacred structure is supporting my life. And I'm creating, tapping the front of the ribs, tapping the side of the ribs. And this can be fun and easy. And I can do it with people that I love. And I can expand my mission. And I can touch more lives. And I can create ripples on this planet. I can be part of the changeover team on planet Earth. I've got this. We've got this. We've got this. We've got this. Big deep breath, big sigh. Ah, okay, bring your hands up to the sky. Inhale up and then exhale, blow it out through the cannonball. We're going to bring all of the energy into the body right now. We're going to activate the whole energy field as we say yes to what we're creating. You ready? Let's go. All right. Blowing it out through the cannonball. Imagine yourself calling in all the resource, all the supply, all of the energy of the universe. So we bring it in and when we send energy out. So as our hands go up, we push it out to the sky. As our hands come down, we bring it in. We clench the fist in. We shine it up to the sky. Let's go. Blowing it out through the mouth, in through the nose. So we're giving and receiving. We're bringing it in. We're sending it out. This is the cycle. The inhale, the exhale, the giving, the receiving, activating both codes within us right now. Let's go. If you want to turn on your camera right now, let's all do it together. We're creating a collective field. Turn on your camera if you can. To create this collective energy together. We got this. Look at everyone circulating the energy together, creating community, sharing our gifts. Let's go. Yes, I love seeing you. I love seeing your faces. I love seeing your energy. I love seeing you shine. You got this. Yes, you got this. Send it out. All right, now imagine all your gifts. Imagine shining them. Imagining all the clients. Imagining all the resources. Imagining the flow of your projects. Imagining the expansion of your wealth right now. Go for it. Sending it out into any areas you've been hiding right now. Sending it into any projects that you're building. 10 more seconds. All right, inhale up. Hold it up in the air. Push the palms out to the sky. Close your eyes, bring your attention to the third eye, gently tucking the root. Feel the alignment of your spine. Feel yourself connected to the expansive abundance of the universe. circulating its power into your system right now. Take a little bit more of a sip of energy. Hold that breath. And then I want you to just bless your field. Your hands are going on the left to the right, down towards your legs. Inhale up, feel that energy all around you. Bring your hands up to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Creating a ball around you. Keep that ball moving right now. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then we're going to make the ball smaller as we go. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So we're just taking care of every part of our matrix right now, all the way in, creating a small ball until you hold the ball like you're holding your whole field in the palm of your hands right now. Put all of your attention in the palm of your hands. Inhale through the nose into the center of your hands. And then on the exhale, we're going to blow through our mouth and we're just going to expand the ball of light to go all around our body. Exhale. Inhale into the small little ball, holding our field, our matrix. Exhale, blow it out, expand it. Hold that expansion now. Feel the whole ball expanded, all of the golden frequencies there. See those next steps now that you're creating, that you're doing. Placing your hands on your knees. Feel yourself in this golden matrix. Feel the ease, the flow, the support of the universe supporting you right now. Hallelujah, we said yes. This is that moment where the dimensions shift, where timelines change through the grace and ease of the yes. I'm ready, I'm available, it is now, it is time, and it is so. And so it is. And then just whenever you're ready, opening your eyes and just tell me in the chat area, how you're feeling. What was the level of intensity that you started with? What did the number move to? If you started at a 10, has the intensity level gone down? Beautiful. And what are you committed to changing in your life now? What are you committed to doing? Beautiful. Feeling more connected to my truth, believing myself, relieved. I feel so connected. So I'm rocking it. Beautiful, Judy. Changing my identity. Yes, Joanna. Trusting my identity, trusting the next step. Beautiful. I want to thank you all for diving into this with us today. We did something really profound that a lot of coaches and healers don't normally do, which is blending the masculine and the feminine sides of the brain in one session. Today, we opened up with core strategy, with thinking about practical steps to really create what we want, to build that wealth, to build the container. And then we moved into shifting the emotional blocks that would stop us from expanding into that level of capacity and wealth and success in our lives. And this is something that I love to share. This is why I built my tapping coach certification. And I'm going to spend just a few moments now just talking about that so that you guys can really understand if you want to join, if you want to be a part of it, if you want to stay on for this. We'll probably just spend 5 to 10 minutes just talking about it and having some Q&A if you want to go deeper. But this is the work. This is what we do. We learn how to heal ourselves. We shift our frequencies, and then we grow and we serve the community around us. And that is what I've been doing for the past, this is our 5th year teaching the tapping coach certification. And before that, we did it at retreats. I can even see a few people who were at our early retreats, probably about 8 years ago. Jenna, I see you here. And we have some of our graduates from our past groups as well on the call. But this is something that will not only support you in having a tool to transform lives, to lead individuals and groups through powerful transformation like we did today, but also a tool to ground yourself, to build a business, a tool that you can use in your own life to move through the blocks that you might be moving through in your life. Because there's no end to growth and evolution. And that's why this program was built for you, for your development, and then for the service of your clients and for the building of your businesses. So I'm going to just jump quickly into our Tapping Coach certification invite page so you can have a look at it. And then there'll be some space to answer any questions if you've got anything that comes up from the actual program itself. So this is our Tapping Coach certification. It's all about up-leveling your healing power and stepping into a more thriving business and life using tapping. So you're going to discover how to liberate yourself and the world with a business that you absolutely freaking love. Because I know if you're on this call, you are already connected to your own healing journey. You've healed yourself. You've attracted people into your life, whether you're a coach already or people around you that are often asking you for advice, wanting to get support. And this kind of tool can really help people make quick and steady shifts in their life. It's a 6-month program. It's 250-hour training. And it really inspires you to remember that healing, happiness, and wholeness is our natural state of being. So we're going to be starting the actual program on May 4th. And during the program, you're going to have 4 pillars that we'll be going over. So the first pillar is really mastering your own emotions with tapping, discovering how to transmute emotional blocks and pain and limiting habits so that you can come back to a deeper place of pure love and presence in your own life. And then you'll learn how to facilitate transforming one-on-one sessions, facilitation, emotional awareness, confidence, healing abilities. You'll lead powerful group classes. You'll learn to activate your potential to hold group classes with ease, poise, and passion, and then build and or expand your coaching business. Some people that enter into the program already have coaching businesses and they want to bring tapping as a complement. So we'll work with you wherever you're at. And some people are just starting off, they're fresh, they're new, and we'll help you start and develop it from the very beginning. And we go everything from growing your business, building packages, running discovery calls, marketing funnels, administration, social media. So it really is a beautiful complement to all the deep work that you're going to do and the facilitation work that you'll be learning as well. So as I was just mentioning, Tapping Essentials is phase 1. This will transform how you love yourself. It'll empower you to really know how to give your own taps to yourself. You'll learn the practical tools to create transformation on any topic in your own life. You'll make scripts. You'll learn what to say, how to say it. You'll gain confidence to share it with friends, with clients, with family. You'll have rituals that you'll do, embody self-care practices, real authentic connection with yourself through the journey. Then we'll move into phase 2, which is the 34 Dream Awake tapping techniques. And this is very different than any other tapping school out there because I've added a lot of other techniques into this, which are additional to the regular tapping tools. And this is a 6-week part of the program where you'll unwind those limiting beliefs. You'll learn how to really support people through emotional patterns, habits, things that aren't serving them. You'll also master this unique style so that you can create enhancing scripts for other people, for peers, for your clients. And some of the things that I include in phase 2, in addition to the regular tapping tools, is you'll learn NLP, breath work, somatic movement, music. You'll learn how to really get underneath challenges to get to the deep root cause of things, and then also elevate yourself into new states of bliss and magnetism, and how to really look at some of those taboo topics that a lot of coaches and healers are afraid of. You know, whether you're looking at suicide or you're looking at people with anxiety attacks, food disorders, all sorts of things that can come up that sometimes are a little bit overwhelming if you haven't studied those in depth. So we go through a lot of that in the program. You'll also learn how to coach groups as well. And this is a really fun thing that I get to teach that most certifications don't teach, group tapping, because it was never really in the initial style of tapping. So initially tapping was always one-on-one. When I studied tapping about 15 years ago, my teacher was really into group tapping and she started the group tapping, and then I took it one step further. So you'll learn my style, how to lead a whole group through a shift like we did today, no matter what they're working on, no matter what topic they're working on, and how to help everyone move from that higher level scale like we did today, 10, down to those lower numbers. And and you'll experience practice sessions with small breakout groups. You'll be getting a lot of feedback from us as well, and we'll be checking in on you every week. And then the business of tapping, which is what we just discovered as well, which is really about creating your packages, honoring your value, discovering the right and the wrong ways to build community, to attract high quality clients, subscribers, and then some of our technologies that we use that I wish I knew of when I was first starting out. It's my pre-approved apps and programs to help you manage and grow your business, to help create a client database, build your online presence, email lists, all of the tracking and everything that goes along with your client sessions, discovery calls, all those kinds of things. And then there's the post-program support as well, which is an additional 4 weeks where every other week we meet up. By this stage, you're out in your world, in your communities, you're supporting clients, and you can come back over that month and ask questions and get feedback. And there's a WhatsApp group that will be going throughout the whole 6 months. So every week, if you've got questions in between classes, there's a really active community in there as well. So you'll have extra support to make you the most powerful coach around. And this is really what I pride myself on, because there are a lot of programs out there in the world that they take on a lot of people and you're just a number. So our programs, they're usually around 25 people, 30 people max. And we have a lot of intimacy within those containers because you're able to really ask questions. I'm able to get back to you personally, and we really hold your hand. So in the midst with all of that, every week, if you've got questions, there'll be hot seat coaching, there'll be voice memos happening in the WhatsApp. There's a dedicated support team by your side. There's weekly tapping trades that you'll get with your peers so that you'll be partnering up with each other and practicing together and really refining the technique week to week. There's also group discussions so that you can ask questions and talk with other classmates as well. And the live tapping immersions that happen every week that help you move through some of those blocks around what you're learning, around technique, around your own personal life, and that WhatsApp community as well that's holding it all. We also have a mentor, which is a graduate from our certification who will be supporting you throughout the program as well. And she'll be getting together with you once a month to ask how you're going, what you're moving through, what your blocks are, to help you move through the program with flying colors. And so we are really supportive. We want to make sure you get to the end of the program. We have about an 80% success rate of complete finish from start to end in our program. And just to give you a little reference, like in the Mind Valley classes, usually a completion rate that would be thought of as successful would be like a 25% success rate of completion in some of those higher ticket item programs and those larger volume programs. But because our programs are so intimate and we're working with you really closely, we just find our students really commit to it and really get through it. And those ones that don't get through it, maybe it's like 20% who maybe have something that come up in their life and they might come back to it later on. So we really pride ourselves in making sure that everyone gets through and is supported to build the things that they want to build. So every week you'll have that live Q&A with me as well. And like I said, there's 4 phases to the program. And you can also come and download the program schedule. We have a week-by-week schedule that you can have a look at. And we're basically switching the classes. They're every Tuesday PST, either at 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. PDT. You'll get your content every Monday. So it's pre-recorded content, quizzes, tapping sessions, tapping scripts. And then Tuesday is the live class. We do breakout rooms. We do practice sessions in those classes. And then you have your homework as well, partner taps, discovery calls, all sorts of things that can happen in homework. So you're looking at around 5 hours a week commitment. And some weeks we take off so that you can catch up. And that's all listed out in the schedule. If you're a little bit curious and you have more questions that we don't go over today, you can book a free call with me and I will go over any questions that you've got. But feel free to ask them in the session today. I'd love to go over them with you too, because sometimes they can benefit other people who might have similar questions. So this is all done online. 100% of it is you, your own time, you creating space in your calendar every week to do a few sessions and then showing up live if you can make it. Some of the bonuses that you'll be getting if you sign up today as well is we have a printed tapping journal, which we'll send out to you, which is really a powerful one that I created to track your own process. We have a 1 hour Activate Your Vision masterclass. This is a really fun masterclass to get clear on what you want to create in the next 6 months through the program. It will be a perfect complement to the work that we just did today. And then we have our tapping startup kit, which, yeah, if you are really wanting to make this a professional endeavor, this is really what you need. Legal documents, waivers, privacy policies, consent forms, and they're all fill in the blank. And so you will be set up legally in a way that will take care of your business online and when you're booking clients, so that you don't need to think about that. So we help you set that up. We also have a trauma masterclass, which is a really deep dive bonus. It's a recorded masterclass around really navigating some of those challenging situations that could come up inside a session, whether that be sexual abuse, suicidal ideation, PTSD, childhood abuse, physical abuse, anxiety attacks, grief, emotional overwhelm. So these are lots of taboo topics, and we go through them very clearly. We also give you a lot of step-by-step guidance on how to work with those kinds of things, whether that be working with the vagus nerve to regulate the nervous system, checklists for suicide prevention, pre-written scripts for sexual trauma, so that we really support you to really help any kind of situation that can come up. Because let's be real, tapping isn't just like a let's all feel good. A lot of stuff can come up in a session because it creates so much safety for someone that this stuff can actually appear. And as a coach, you want to know how to hold them when that does appear, if it does appear. So we are getting ready to start. Closing of the cart will happen on April 30th. But if you do sign up today, we're going to do something super fun. You're going to get a free tapping session or business coaching session with me, a 1 hour session. If you sign up today, we do have a few price offerings that you can work with us on. So this is all in USD. It's either a one payment of $4,997 or 13 monthly payments of $427 USD. And this is really 100% guaranteed. We used to have the price at 7,000 USD, and we decided to bring it down just to make it more available. But it's really such it's like going to a university because of the level of support and coaching that you have. So this is our 100% guaranteed success of the program. If after the first month it doesn't feel like a fit for you, for whatever reason, we would be more than happy to 100% send you your money back, 100% guaranteed. So you can really join without feeling the extra pressure of that. And if you've got any more questions, you can always schedule a free call with me as well. We can talk about finances and pricing and payment plans and all of that. This, as I mentioned, is really that risk-free 30-day refund period. If you reach out to our team within that window, we'll just take care of the rest. It's super easy. We really want you to be happy. And we have, as I mentioned, that 80% success rate of completion. So we think that you'll be happy as well. Okay, cool. So let's sum it all up. We've got the 4 pillars that we went over, which is really taking you through your own healing, tapping into helping others one-on-one, group sessions, as well as learning all my extra tools that I bring into the mix, and building your business as well. And then the bonus free tapping trainings for signing up, the live immersions with me, your own mentor, coaching and guiding you, an instant community of tappers. Now, I have to tell you, after the program, you'll then be moved into another WhatsApp group, which is our graduates group. And I know many of you out there in the graduates group right now. It is so much fun because we really become family in the program. And once you're done with the program, you just want to keep connecting with everyone, and everyone are meeting up around the world. It's really like a family. And so you have a community for life. So if anything is ever happening in your life, you can just call on that community. And I know a bunch of our graduates are still meeting up weekly to do tapping trades together and tapping groups. And so, one of the things that I love about this is we really do create a space for continued education, for continued support, even after the program. Cool. So this is basically the program. Beta, if you want to add the link into the chat so people can click it and sign up, this is just a little bit more about me, the kind of work that I do. I am a collaborator with Mind Valley. I work with them as their emotional mastery expert. I teach emotional freedom technique in their platform as well as do all of their live events. So I'm very close with Vishen. Don McGarrell Wees, I've traveled with several times around Colombia. I actually launched my book with him. And so he's been a part of my work, and Michael Beckworth collaborating with him as well on some of his projects in LA. So my work has been featured and is next to a lot of people that are really making big transitions on the planet and big shifts. And I feel so honored to be one of their peers. You can come and check them out. And then you can also learn a little bit about what other people are discovering, what they're learning, how they're growing. Genevieve was one of our successful coaches on week 3. She made $14,000 just from doing the money tap and then approaching a new client with a rise in her prices, and it worked for her. And so you see different things like this popping up, whether it's personal healings, whether it's stepping into creating a really thriving practice, letting yourself be seen. A lot of our coaches are doing both. They're doing the inner work and then they're doing the outer work. So you can see what some of the people in our programs are doing. Jenna, there you are. And learn a little bit more about them as well. All righty. So if you want to get started, you can go head on over. If you want to jump on a call, please let us know. I'm making calls available in the next week. Once again, if you guys do sign up today, I am going to offer you a free session with me, which I very rarely do because my schedules are usually very well booked, and I often charge up to $1,000 for business coaching sessions. So this is a real opportunity if you do sign up today to be coached by me and to have a one-on-one to really look at your business and what you're creating as a way to step into the program as well. If you've got questions about financing, if you want to talk about anything, or if you're just curious about the program or have got more questions, please jump on a call with me. Beta, if you want to put a link there for the discovery call, so you can book a call with me, or you can go ahead and we will honor that bonus today. And I'm going to open up the space. If anyone has any questions about the program, about the timing, the schedule, or what to expect, you can raise your hand. You can let me know what that might be, or you can pop it into the chat area and I can respond to you there. Okay. Any questions here? Anyone got anything you want to ask? No? Okay. So what I can do right now is I can go through just some of the questions that often come up in these discovery calls as well, just to make sure we hit all of the angles for you. So some of the things that people might be wondering is, if you are a newbie and you're new to tapping, is it something that you can drop into? Is it appropriate for you? If you've never tried tapping before and you're brand new, you're in the best place to start because we really start from the ground up. If you have been tapping forever and you've done other certifications, you can definitely join as well. We actually have someone in our next cohort who did another certification and she didn't get what she wanted out of it. Now she's coming to me because she's like, I should have signed up with you long ago. And I've had a few times that happen with some of our people, because you can go out there and join a certification and it can take you 3 months or 6 weeks to do, but you don't get that level of training. Therefore, you don't get the same confidence to guide people, which is why some people who've been tapping a long time come and join these containers. And sometimes we have newbies as well. So wherever you're at in the game, we welcome you. And do I need to do the tapping certification at certain times, or can I complete the materials anytime? So you're going to get the materials every Monday. And then during your week, it's up to you how you want to move through it. You can schedule your own time. And I get it. Sometimes we have busy weeks. Sometimes we can't do a lot this week. Sometimes we catch up the following week. Sometimes you can make a replay. Sometimes you can make it live. And so there's no pressure to make all of the live classes. If you're in Australia or you're in Europe, it's likely that you'll do 2 classes a month versus 4, unless you feel like getting up early in the morning. And so if you can't make a live class, you can send the question in WhatsApp, and I will visit that question in the live class for you so that you'll get the answer in the replay. And then there's always tons of questions coming in through the WhatsApp group as well, so that you can ask me during the week and I can get back to you as soon as possible on that. So you have a lot of contact with me, which is really beautiful, a lot of support. And that's what I really love. I love to get close to everyone. I love to know what your visions are. I actually just went to Australia this last week, and I hung out with Victoria, who's on the call. She's going to be in our cohort, and we produce an event together. So I love to collaborate with my students. I love to get involved in their missions. I believe in you guys. As much as you believe in me, I believe in you. And that's why I love to really create a community here with all of us that feels like home, which feels like family. And yeah, I love connecting with you, Victoria. It was so fun. We had a whole week together. It was awesome. Awesome. Okay. And when will you receive your full certification? So the certification happens at the end of the program once you've finished a few items. So you do 60 hours of practice sessions throughout the program. You can practice with your peers, you can practice with people out in the world, and you'll have a tapping log. And so you'll log each session, what you're learning, how you're growing. And then at the end of the curriculum, you'll submit your tapping hours along with your tapping assessments. There'll be 2 tapping assessments that will give you feedback on, along with the curriculum. Once all that is complete, along with your payment, then we will send you your certification, and you'll be off out into the world, sharing your gifts, building your business. After week 6, though, you can actually go out and start sharing it already. And so if you already are in the midst of a coaching practice or you want to share tapping, after week 6, you've learned the basic tools, and we give you permission to go out and start practicing with those as well. So you can start making money earlier on in the program. And some of our students do that. Like I said, Genevieve started it at week 6, and she made $14,000 on that first week after studying. So that can happen a lot if you feel up for it, because you will have those tools to get started at that stage in the journey. Will I get direct guidance and healing and support from me? Yes, in the group containers. You'll have all the support from me. You'll get your questions answered. Sometimes there'll be hot seat coaching. You will really have my presence, because I invest in each and every one of you. I want to see you succeed. It's my mission to bring healing to this planet. And so you are a part of that mission. And so when I support you, I'm supporting my mission to bring peace and love and healing to the world. And so I want you to be as successful as you can be as well. So you'll get a lot of support from me, as well as Veda and our support team. Okay. And what if I try out the program and it does not feel like a fit? Can I get a refund? Yes, as I mentioned, you can definitely get a refund after 30 days after your payment. You could, if you're not into the program, if you're not into me, if you don't like something about it, or something comes up, you just let me know and we'll make sure you get that refund as well. So it makes it super easy to dive in. Once again, if you have any questions, payment plans, you want to really get set up in this, but you're unsure about some things, please book a discovery call with me, or just head on over there today and let's get you signed up. Once you sign up today, you'll get those bonuses, and you'll also get that free tapping session or business strategy session with me as well. And yay, we'll be off to the races. Awesome. Are there any other questions? Yay, 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 yay. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, my loves, for staying over. I know we went a little bit over today. You have your map for the next 6 months. If you want support in that map and you want to be held, know that we will be doing that in the certification as well. I'll let Karen jump up right now. Hi, Karen. I'll let you unmute yourself.
Oh, am I on mute still?
No, you're on. I can hear
Oh,
you.
I just want to say thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you for offering this class. I really needed that. Just want to say thank you.
Good. What was
Yeah.
it that came through for you today?
Oh man, I was just sharing in the comments when we were doing when we were tapping above the like below the nose.
Mhm.
I felt resistance of allowing myself to move forward just from like past times I've been in depression. It's like kept me in fear, like holding me down, you know, afraid to
Yeah.
like move forward because I could go back to that place. But I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we're not doing this. We got this.
Good for you, honey. Good for you. So this point is a really powerful point because it
Apparently.
wraps all around your head, all the way back down into your root. And so it's really tied into your whole nervous system. And a lot of our survival mechanism can really lock in here. So I love that that came through for you.
Thank you
And
for
a lot of
sharing.
the time, yeah, a lot of the time when we're building things, all of those fears can come up and we want to go back to the hiding, the way it used to be, the safety, the container that was. But we
Yeah.
then remember, oh my God, that wasn't really serving my life. And so I have to do something different. The only way to change is to do something different. Otherwise, we keep repeating the same thing. And so, yeah, I love that you said that. And yeah, this program is an amazing opportunity to do something different and to shift it up and to create a new timeline for yourselves. So, yeah, I really appreciate you saying that and committing to that process for yourself and your own evolution.
Yeah. Thank you for being a part of that.
Yay, awesome. Does anyone else want to share anything that came through today in the session? Any questions? Yes, Matanda. Oh, your audio is a little quiet. Can everyone else hear Matanda? Hmm. No, can't hear you.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, 1 second. So while she gets herself figured out, anyone else want to share anything that came through today? Yeah. So, what I will say for this program is one of the things that I love most about this really is the community that we create in this community because it's like nothing else. When I was sick last year, the people that helped me were my students. I could have gone to many successful coaches on the planet because I have amazing relationships with all the Mind Valley authors and all the coaches, and the people that I chose to help heal me were my graduates. I had Angela showing up for me 3 times a week, tapping with me as I was going through my own personal healing. And that's what I love about this. We all meet on the same page and we all support each other. And you guys are supporting me, I'm supporting you, we're growing together. And Angela has been in the community probably since you were here with us, Jenna. That's probably like 8 or 9 years ago. And the relationships really grow strong, they grow deep because we get to see each other, we get to witness each other in our messy moments, in our moments of shining, our moments of success. And if you are feeling called to be a part of a community that really holds you, that you get to be a part of and celebrate your wins and your growth with, and this is that kind of community. Matanda, would you like to share something?
Hmm.
Not sure if you're, oh, you have to unmute though.
Uh,
There we go.
yeah.
There we go. We can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, we hear
Yes.
you.
Okay, great, 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 great. Okay. Um, yeah, thank you for doing these sessions. They've been really, really helpful. And yeah, like I said earlier in the chat, initially I was trying to go for like releasing some academic trauma because I'm about to study abroad in Japan in a few months.
Oh, wow.
But when I did this session today, I realized actually the issue was more so in terms of structure, like relationship to structure, because before it felt like, I mean, I really thrived on structure on the one hand, but on the other hand, most of the structures I had gone through up until this point were very restrictive. And
Yeah.
through this process, I realized more so it wasn't really the structure itself so much as how the structure was treated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's really important because I think a lot of the time we have that wounding from earlier structures that didn't feel supported. They felt like pressure, they felt overwhelming. We didn't know how to adapt to them. And one of
Mhm.
the things that we do in the start of the program is we do a big tap on all of our fear and all of our programming from learning, from growing, from applying structure. And it's just crazy what comes up because of our early education systems and because you're entering an educational container again, but how can we make it fun? How can we make it enjoyable? How can we turn it on? And that's the intention with this container as well, which is why yesterday we really focused on the magnetism, on being turned on and being lit up. And that's the intention of the energy of the program as well, so that it's inspiring to show up for it. It's inspiring to build the business, and we get to be on that wave together. So yeah, I'm wishing you all the best with your travels and this new endeavor that you're going to be stepping into as well. And that you get to bring that embodiment and that fun into the container, the structure that you're creating for yourself there as well.
Thank you. It's a
Yay.
really big dream of mine, so I really appreciate it, all the support you guys have given me.
Oh, fabulous. Wow, that sounds amazing. Well, let us know how it goes. And if you feel like joining us in the program, maybe it might be a nice compliment for what you're doing over there as well.
Will do. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. All right, my loves, it's nice to see some familiar faces and some new faces here. All of you are part of the family now. If you've got questions, once again, let us know. If you want to jump in, sign up. If you've got a discovery call, book it with me. I'll be available for that. And yeah, come the start of next month, it's all go. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there and wrapping you all in a great big hug. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. You've got your sacred structure. And if you want extra support making it happen, know that I'm here. We'll see you guys soon. Ciao.